Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? Repeating affirmations, visualizing, staying positive, but nothing's really changing? Like the universe is silent, or worse, ignoring you? You're not alone. So many of us pour our hearts into manifestation, only to wonder why the shift still hasn't come. But here's what most people never tell you. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. The universe doesn't just hear your words, it feels the energy behind them. When your voice is full of doubt, fear, or impatience, your message gets scrambled. But when you speak with clarity, belief, love, and trust, that's when something incredible begins to happen. This shift isn't loud or dramatic at first, it's subtle, like the air getting warmer before the sunrise. You begin to notice signs, feel nudges, opportunities begin to unfold with surprising ease. Life doesn't happen to you anymore, it starts happening through you. And it all starts with one simple choice: to talk to the universe not like it's a distant force, but like it's a trusted partner who's been listening all along, because it has. And it's just been waiting for you to speak correctly. The universe doesn't just hear what you say, it feels what you mean. Every word you speak is a signal, but your emotions determine the strength of that signal. Think of emotions as the volume knob of your intentions. You might whisper, "I am ready for abundance," but if that whisper is soaked in truth, anchored in joy, faith, or awe, it will echo louder in the universe than 1,000 hollow affirmations shouted in fear. This is the secret most people miss. The universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to energy, and energy lives in your emotion. Saying, "I believe in myself," while feeling small and doubtful, that creates friction. But saying it while feeling possibility, even for a fleeting moment, turns that sentence into a magnetic force. When you speak your desires, pause, feel them. Let the energy of your emotions swell in your chest. Speak from that place, because when your words and emotions are in harmony, the universe turns its head. It takes notice. It starts rearranging things in your favor. So the next time you speak to the universe, don't focus on volume or perfection. Focus on resonance. Ask yourself, what emotion am I feeding this intention? Because joy amplifies, faith amplifies, gratitude explodes into light. The universe hears your feeling more than your voice. Let your emotions do the talking and watch what unfolds. If your energy is a signal to the universe, then certainty is the clearest, most powerful frequency you can send. When you waver between belief and disbelief, when you ask, then question, then ask again, you dilute your own message. It's like trying to tune into a radio station that keeps drifting. The universe is listening, but it can't lock in on your signal if it keeps changing. Here's the truth. Certainty is not a result of success, it's the seed of it. You don't need proof before you believe. Belief is the proof. The most magnetic people, the ones who seem to manifest effortlessly, aren't lucky. They're sure. They speak their desires not as a wish, but as a knowing, and the universe responds to that knowing with momentum. This isn't about arrogance, it's about alignment. When you declare, "This is already mine," you're stepping into the identity of someone who has already received. You're collapsing the gap between desire and reality. So stop waiting for signs to believe. Be the sign. Speak your intention as if it's already unfolding. Act like it's already done. Feel the truth of it before it shows up. Because here's the secret. Certainty doesn't come from seeing evidence. It creates the evidence. The moment you align your words, your actions, and your belief into one unwavering signal, you become a magnet. Not for chance, but for certainty reflected back. And that's when everything begins to shift. We often think that only the words we say shape our reality. But the truth is, your silence speaks volumes to the universe. Every pause, every moment of hesitation, every breath you take without intention, it all sends a message. Because the universe doesn't only respond to what you say aloud, it responds to your vibration, and vibration never stops. If you're not actively choosing love, you may unconsciously slip into fear. If you're not affirming your worth, you may be silently agreeing with doubt. That sigh of resignation, that inner, "I don't know if this will work," the universe hears that too. This is why your quiet moments are sacred, not empty, but energetically charged. Your inner stillness is either filled with trust or tension, peace or panic, and that internal state sends ripples outward. So what can you do? Become aware of your silence. Fill it with intentional energy. You don't have to speak constantly, But when you're quiet, be conscious. Rest in gratitude. Breathe in belief. Let your inner monologue whisper, all is well. I am aligned. I am ready. Because silence doesn't mean absence. It's a form of expression, a powerful one. And when your silence is infused with faith, the universe leans in closer. So pay attention to what your energy is saying when your mouth is still. You are always speaking, even in your quietest moments. And the universe? It's always listening. Your environment isn't just where you live, it's a mirror of your inner world. Every person you interact with, every space you occupy, every piece of media you consume, it all reflects and reinforces the vibration you're sending out. If your internal dialogue is filled with self-doubt, fear, or scarcity, you'll start attracting surroundings that mirror that energy. Negative conversations, chaotic environments, toxic relationships, and draining content will begin to echo and amplify the story you're already telling yourself. But here's the power you hold. You can curate your environment to align with your transformation. Just like your words shape your reality, so does the space around you. Choose people who uplift you. Fill your home with images, sounds, and objects that remind you of who you're becoming. Listen to music that raises your frequency. Follow voices online that spark hope, not fear. Your spoken affirmations are powerful, but when they're constantly contradicted by your environment, your signal gets scrambled. It's like planting seeds in a field of weeds and wondering why nothing grows. So clean up your energy, inside and out. Speak words of intention, and then let your environment support and reflect those words. Let your surroundings reinforce your worth, not your wounds. Because here's the truth. The universe responds not just to your voice, but to your atmosphere. And when your external world starts matching your inner desires, the shift accelerates. Manifestation is not a test of worth. It's an energetic alignment. And one of the biggest disruptors of that alignment is doubt. Every time you ask, is this really working? Or why hasn't it shown up yet? You're unknowingly pressing pause on the very thing you've asked the universe to deliver. You're not being punished, but the energy of doubt creates static in your signal. It slows down the connection between your intention and its arrival. The universe responds to clarity, trust, and emotional certainty. When you send mixed signals, believing one day and questioning the next, it's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. You won't move forward no matter how much you want to. But here's the shift. Replace doubt with curiosity. Instead of, why isn't it here yet? Ask, I wonder how it's already unfolding behind the scenes. This question keeps your energy open, playful, and expectant. It removes pressure and invites the magic back in. It says to the universe, I trust your timing, even if I can't see the full picture yet. Remember, doubt is natural, but it's not necessary. You are allowed to trust. You are allowed to believe without proof. You are allowed to feel certain, even when the evidence hasn't arrived. Because often, the moment you release doubt is the exact moment the universe says, now you're ready. When you speak to the universe, clarity is power. Vague language creates vague results. You might say, I want abundance, but what does that mean? Do you want more time, more love, financial wealth, creative opportunities? The universe doesn't guess, it mirrors. And if your signal is fuzzy, the reflection will be too. Think of your intention like placing an order at a restaurant. You wouldn't just say, I'm hungry. You'd say, I'd like a warm bowl of lentil soup with a slice of sourdough on the side. The universe works the same way. It needs your specificity to begin aligning people, circumstances, and resources. When you're precise, your energy becomes laser-focused, and that focus creates momentum. Specificity brings your desire into sharper detail, not just for the universe, but for you. It creates emotional resonance, which strengthens belief. And belief is the engine of manifestation. So instead of saying, I want success, try, I want to be earning $10,000 a month doing work I love, surrounded by people who inspire me. Instead of, I want a relationship, try, I'm ready to attract a partner who shares my values, honors my growth, and brings joy into my life. Speak as if you know exactly what you're calling in, because the more precise your intention, the more precisely the universe can deliver. Let your words paint a vivid picture. Then trust that the universe, like a master artist, is already brushing it into reality. Every word you've ever spoken has energy, and sometimes in moments of pain, fear, or anger, we speak words that become unintentional contracts with the universe. I'll never find love. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm just not good enough. These may have felt true in the moment, but if left unchallenged, they can become energetic blueprints that quietly shape your life. The good news? You are not bound by your past declarations. You have the power to revoke, cancel, and reframe any message that no longer serves your highest good. You are a creator, and creation includes revision. Just as you can write a new script for your life, you can also erase the lines that were written in fear. Say it out loud. I now release any words I've spoken that no longer serve me. I cancel any belief I once held that contradicts my worth, my power, and my potential. Feel the freedom in those words. Feel the authority in knowing that your voice is stronger than your past. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be aware. From this moment forward, let your language reflect who you're becoming, not who you used to be. Reclaim your voice. Reclaim your truth. Because the universe listens to now, not yesterday. And when you speak from this place of self-honoring and clarity, the universe responds with a reality that matches your new story. Speaking your dreams into existence is powerful, but it's only the beginning. Words are the ignition, the spark that sets your intention in motion. But without action, that spark flickers out. Desire without action creates energetic friction, a gap between what you say you want and what you're actually doing. You might declare, I'm ready for abundance. But if your actions reflect fear, procrastination, or playing small, the universe receives a mixed signal. Saying, I am ready, means moving like you're ready. It means showing up as the version of you who already believes the dream is on its way. This doesn't require giant leaps. It's about alignment. Tiny, intentional steps carry immense power when they match the frequency of your desire. Want love? Clear space in your life and your heart. Want success? Show up. Do the work, say yes to the opportunity. Want healing? Speak gently to yourself and take that first courageous step toward release. The universe supports momentum. Speak, then step. Take aligned action, even when it feels small or uncertain. Every movement tells the universe, I'm serious, I trust, I'm participating in my own transformation. You don't have to do everything at once. You only need to meet your desire with motion, because when you do, friction turns into flow, and dreams begin to take form. Manifestation isn't just speaking, it's walking your words into reality. Whether you realize it or not, you are always in conversation with the universe. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every choice you make, it all forms the sacred text of your becoming. Your life is a living prayer. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you are powerful. Even the seemingly ordinary moments are laced with divine potential. The way you greet the morning, the energy you bring into a room, the tone you use when speaking to yourself, all of it is a message. All of it is a verse in the unfolding poem of your life. So the question isn't if you're praying. The question is, what are you praying for through your presence, your energy, and your words? Are you sending out a prayer of fear and lack, or one of gratitude, faith, and expansion? You don't need a temple or a script to commune with the universe. You only need awareness. Start treating your life as holy. Make your gestures intentional. Let your speech become sacred. When you walk, walk with purpose. When you speak, speak with love. When you breathe, breathe with reverence. Because when your everyday actions are infused with soul, you begin to move through the world as a living prayer, a clear, powerful signal to the universe that says, I know who I am. I know what I'm creating, and I am ready. And the universe, it responds in kind. So many people think faith means closing your eyes and pretending everything is fine. But real faith isn't blind. It's anchored. It doesn't ignore reality. It simply chooses to believe in a deeper, unseen one. Faith is not denial. It's devotion. It's the quiet confidence that says, even though I can't see it yet, I know it's already mine. It's the inner anchor that keeps you grounded while the outer world rearranges itself to match your vibration. When everything around you feels uncertain, when the results haven't shown up yet, when doubt starts to whisper, Faith steps in and steadies your spirit, not by pretending everything is perfect, but by trusting that everything is in motion perfectly. You don't need to speak your dreams with shaky hope. Speak them with grounded authority. Act as someone who already has what they've asked for. Think, feel, move, and speak from the version of you who has already received the blessing. This is where alignment happens, not just in what you want, but in how you carry what you want. Because when your energy says, I know it's coming, the universe listens. When your presence says, I already have it, the universe delivers. So don't wait for evidence to believe. Let your belief create the evidence. That's not wishful thinking, that's anchored faith, and it changes everything. And there you have it. The shift doesn't begin with luck, chance, or waiting. It begins with you, with your voice, your energy, and the way you speak to the universe. If this message resonated with you, if something deep inside you clicked, then that's not a coincidence. That's your inner wisdom recognizing truth. Remember, you are not powerless. You are a creator. And when your words, emotions, and intentions align, the universe has no choice but to respond. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Type, I'm ready for the shift, if you're committed to speaking with belief, love, and clarity from this moment forward. Let's fill this space with aligned energy, powerful intentions, and unstoppable faith. If you found this message helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more soul-aligned content, and share this video with someone who needs this reminder today. Because the more of us who speak correctly to the universe, the more beautiful this collective shift will become. Stay grounded, stay aligned, and most of all, keep speaking life into your dreams. The universe is listening.